Well, from the turnpike to the runway, millions of Americans are flying this weekend, 3.4 million to be exact. The Transportation Secretary, Pete Buttigieg, says he's hoping it doesn't go down like last year.
This weekend will be a test of the system. And I think all of us have airline stories from last summer and the disruptions that took place then. Cancellation and delay rates were at unacceptable proportions last year. And it's important that that not happen again.
Let's bring in Barry Biffle, the Frontier Airlines CEO, in another Fox Business exclusive. Barry, welcome. Good to see you. Are you
thanks for having us.
Of course. Are you going to pass the test this weekend? Do you have everything together?
Yes, well, we've made huge investments in the travel experience. I mean, with staffing and all the processes and all of our third-party business partners. And I think the system is much more resilient than it was a year ago. And I expect it to be a lot smoother skies than what you're seeing on the driving examples that you were talking about earlier.
How busy, what is traffic going to be like for this weekend and even for this summer? Because yesterday we had more people fly than we have since COVID. 2.6 million people went through TSA checkpoints. We expect similar numbers today and throughout the weekend. How does it look to you?
It looks big. I mean, you know, the Memorial Day travel kind of kicked off on Wednesday. It's getting bigger every day. We're booked over 90% for the next several days. And yes, the demand is more than it's been at any point in the post-pandemic. And we continue to see big demand through the summer.
But with that big demand, Barry, comes big problems. I want to talk about three. The first one is staffing issues. Do you have enough pilots? Do you have enough flight attendants? And then there's also the issue of air traffic controllers.
So fortunately, we're in a unique position at Frontier where we actually have excess surplus of pilots and flight attendants. We do relative to our schedule. So we've made huge investments there. As far as the air traffic control, I know that they do have some shortages. And so we have, as an industry, kind of planned around that. You know, some of the flights have been canceled for the summer to New York and the Northeast to help accommodate that. But I know that they're working very hard. I know we heard Mr. Buttigieg just a moment ago talking about that. I know they're working hard to do their part. And so let's also cross our fingers that we don't have any major weather this weekend.
Oh, speaking of, brings me to the second issue. So the Biden administration wants you and the other airlines to pay passengers when their flight is delayed or canceled, and it's not because of the weather. Just to update our viewers, if you're flying within the U.S. today, there have been about 80 cancellations, about 2,500 delays. How do you feel about having to compensate passengers?
Well, I think, first of all, you know, we don't ever cancel a flight that we didn't think that was a safety issue or some type of reason why we didn't fly it. So I don't think we want our employees to ever be, you know, worried about what it's going to cost if they make the decision to cancel, if that's the right safety decision. So I think that's a little bit of dangerous ground. There is a solution here. I think, you know, prior to consolidation in the U.S., we had airlines shared tickets. They called them FIM agreements. They used to be called Rule 240 with IATA. So there's ways to do this, and I know a lot of the industry and I believe the administration are starting to have this conversation. I think if we can get that in place, it would enable someone, if we do have a canceled flight, to be transferred over to another flight if a seat's available. So I think it would get what we're looking for without the financial consequences and the risk to safety.
What's the biggest problem for you right now?
The biggest challenge is making sure that we can accommodate as much as demand as there is out there. I think there's just continues to be a lot more demand than there is supply, and that's going to probably remain that way for a while because of the shortage of pilots overall in the industry, as well as the shortage of aircraft. It's going to be a while before we solve this for consumers.
Have you noticed, because you do offer an experience that's less expensive than some of the other carriers, that you're having a wealthier flyer trade down, if you will, to Frontier because they can get a better ticket price?
Yeah, well, listen, we are the best value in the sky. You're going to pay the lowest fare. You're also going to pay the lowest total price when you fly Frontier compared to everyone else. And we are seeing significant trade down. You know, prior to the pandemic, 10% of our customers had $200,000 household income or higher. That's almost doubled now to 18%. So we've seen kind of that trade down, if you will. Kind of the Walmart effect that you've seen over the last, 3 to 4 decades. So yes, we're already seeing that. and that's the function of higher prices. But we have even more ways to save than just our low prices and low fares. We have our Go Wild Pass, which enables you to have unlimited travel for the summer for $499. And we now just announced today we're selling elite status for anyone that has a travel credit card for just $199. So that unlocks free bags, free seat assignments, and so forth. So for $700, you could have a great summer.
Honestly, those prices sound amazing, but are you trying to get passengers in other ways? For instance, giving gate agents incentives to find more oversized bags so then you can charge those passengers for those oversized bags?
Well, listen, we sell bags, checked as well as carry-on, and the majority of everyone follows the rules, but it is unfair when people don't follow the rules. And so, yes, we do have gate agents tasked with making sure that people are following the rules.
What's the incentive for them?
Well, they get a commission just like every product that they sell. So they get commissions on seat assignments, they get commissions on bags and everything.
Can you tell me a little bit more? Any details?
I don't have the scheme in front of me, but it's a commission, it's a percentage that they get off of all the products they sell. So bags, seats, and all the products they sell.
And that's not just for Frontier, that's industry-wide?
There are other airlines that do that as well.
I didn't know that.
This is not some secret. Yeah, this is not some secret. Yes, we pay our employees to do their jobs.
Barry Biffle, thank you. Good luck this weekend. I know it's exciting. I mean, I'm excited to get out of here and go somewhere, although I'm driving, not flying. Barry,
well, we
enjoy.
look forward to seeing you on the Frontier flight. Thank you.
Have a good one.